Every project hallway holds echoes. Every stoop, every roof got a memory carved in it. This one's about a son, a mother, and a man who already walked that road. Listen. Yo, Darnell was 16, dreams bigger than his pockets. Sneakers leaning left, but his hunger never stopped. The hallway smell of bleach mixed with smoke and despair. Graffiti tag, scripture, crack paint on the stairs. He sit on the bench where the dice games crack, watching older cats floss, chain stick, pockets fat. One slip on my package, said shorty hold this tight. Flip it in an hour, you gon' eat tonight. Heart race fast, palm sweating, first sale complete. Cash in his hand felt like freedom on the street. By 18 he glowed, leather jacket in the summer. But shadows whispered heavy, envy's always coming. This the street film, 3 lives, 1 fate. Choices in the moment, seal tomorrow's wait. From the benches to the rooftops, pain don't stop. Different faces, same struggle, same block. Yo, this the street film, 3 lives, 1 fate. Choices in the moment, seal tomorrow's wait. From the benches to the rooftops, pain don't stop. Different faces, same struggle, same block. The mother's plea, Mariah dragged tired feet through a double shift haze. Badge on the chest, nurse scrub stained with days. Opened the door slow, found the sun by the light. Money spread on the floor, pistol gleaming at night. Baby, please listen, I can't bury my seed. This block don't love us, it just feeds on your need. You think it's survival, but it's quicksand ground. Every dollar that you stack pulled your soul further down. Darnell shook his head, eyes cold, voice flat. This ain't forever, I'ma flip and bounce back. You raised me with prayers, but prayers don't pay bills. I gotta move now, I can't wait for a miracle still. Her tears hit the floor, but he turned back to count. She whispered a prayer, though her faith wore out. This the street film, 3 lives, 1 fate. Choices in the moment, seal tomorrow's wait. From the benches to the rooftops, pain don't stop. Different faces, same struggle, same block. This the street film, 3 lives, 1 fate. Choices in the moment, seal tomorrow's wait. From the benches to the rooftops, pain don't stop. Different faces, same struggle, same block. Jerome upstairs lit a cigarette in the dark. 7 years gone, prison scars on his heart. Watched Darnell from the window, saw the loop replay. History in motion, just a younger face today. He pulled him aside by the bodega one night. Little man, slow down, let me give you advice. These corners don't love you, I bled for the lies. Sat in a cell, watching whole years die. Don't trust fast money, don't trust for fame. When they come for you, remember I told you the game. I lost brothers to the steel, mothers lost to grief. Don't make your mama cry, cause you starved for belief. But Darnell smirked back, brushed them off with pride. Time's different now, old heads step aside. Jerome sighed deep, blue smoke at the sky. Whispered I done seen the story and another shorty gon' die. A dice game lit, Friday night on the strip. Darnell posted deep, whole crew making flips. Laughter crack loud, liquor bottles in hand. Till rivals crept close with their heat and demand. Run that chain, shorty, faces masked, eyes red. He reached for his waist, shots rain, bodies fled. One bullet kissed his chest, another spun him around. Blood painted pavement, his name at the ground. Mariah woke sudden, felt the chill through her bones. Ran down the block, followed sirens and groans. Then she found the boy still clinging to breathe. Screamed at the heavens, begged God to reset. Jerome pushed through the crowd, froze at the scene. Flashbacks to himself when he once chased green. Whisper told you, little man, I warned of the cause. Then silence took the block, another young life lost. Yeah, the aftermath.
Queensbridge vision, but it could be any block. Listen close, it's more than a rhyme, it's survival talk. Queensbridge visions, but it could be any block. Listen close, it's more than a rhyme, it's survival talk. I was raised with a cracked sidewalk, tell stories, broken bottles on the curb, painted in faded glory. Summertime hydrant spray, kids barefoot on the tar, dreaming past the projects, imagining foreign cars, but nights different. Sirens cut through the air, mothers pull their babies close, whispering quiet prayers. Dice games in the lobby, somebody always in debt. The landlord never fixed heat, so candles kept us warm instead. On my window ledge, I wrote rhymes, watched the street unfold. Elders talk wisdom, warning us not to sell our soul, but temptation heavy, fast cash looked divine. Seen a homie copper chain, thought the whole world was mine. Then it flipped quick. 2 summers later, he locked his mom's at the bus stop crying, clutching the cross. That was my first lesson. Every dollar got a cost. You can shine in the moment, but lose everything you got. Through the windows of the block, I could see our fate. Every step a decision, every move's a weight. Some chase heaven through hustle, others drown in the sin. But the story don't change, streets remember within. Through the windows of the block, I could see our fate. Every step a decision, every move's a weight. Some chase heaven through hustle, others drown in the sin. But the story don't change, streets remember within. My cousin drew murals on abandoned trains, said art was resistance, colors fight against the pain. His tag lit up tunnels like scripture in the dark till police washed it down, but couldn't erase his heart. Meanwhile, I sat scribbling in a marble notebook, trying to turn my observations into something that spoke. Saw dope fiends leaning, needles stuck in their arms. Fathers disappearing, leaving homes without calm. Teachers said I was gifted but distant, eyes clouded. They ain't know the nights with shots made the block crowded. Dreamed the city light stages and better ends, but reality was the corner store, $20 tins. One night on the roof, skyline glowing so vast. I promised if I made it out, I'd never look back. Not forgetting the soil, just refusing to change. Trying to build my name without drowning in flames. Through the windows of the block, I could see our fate. Every step a decision, every move's a weight. Some chase heaven through hustle, others drown in the sin. But the story don't change, streets remember within. Through the windows of the block, I could see our fate. Every step a decision, every move's a weight. Some chase heaven through hustle, others drown in the sin. But the story don't change, streets remember within. Now I walk past the same bench where old men sit, discussing politics, lotto dreams and half-lit spliffs. The faces change, but the cycle keeps spinning in loops. New shorties push packs, following the same worn boots. I wonder if the pen's strong enough, can it break the chain? Can a verse heal wounds carved deep in the grain? I seen too many murals of brothers gone too young. Candles melt on the sidewalk, names live in a song. So I spit with a purpose, each line like a seed, hoping maybe one you find something they need. It ain't glamour in the pain, no, the beat still not. This is testimony carved from the concrete block. Through the windows of the block, I can see our fate. Every step a decision, every move's a weight. Some chase heaven through hustle, others drown in the sin. But the story don't change, streets remember within. Queensbridge, Brooklyn, BX, Chi-Town, LA. Different blocks, same struggle. We just trying to live another day.
Mailbox Yawns Bill. Yo.
All I do is looks like it does pain. All I do is looks like it does pain.
Yo, mailbox yawns bills. The hallway smells like when it paint. Elevator stuck on faith. We take the stairs. We ain't mom hums or blues between receipts and recipes. I tuck a rhyme book where the rent next to me. Project windows talk, shadows writing steam. Every brick keeps score of a borrowed dream. If the shortcut shines, the fine print screams. I buy back days with a quiet scheme.
Radiator clicks, Morse code, pots low, simmer hope. Coffee in a chip cup, prayer in a folded note. Little bro, remote school freezes mid-sentence. Rider like a bodega, out of minutes, no credit. I lace boots, kiss Mars forehead, promise a receipt. Street busy counting favors, mine count feet. Old head downstairs, setting bishops in milk crates. Move like water, son, time bends gate. I pocket that line like bus fare truth. Let the steel door sigh on my back like proof.
Corner store, neon coughs, gossip fogs the glass. Stacks, leans, casual, history under the mask. Quick play, one van, we split and vanish. His smile say summer, his math say fam. He name drop, family like coupon snap. But I seen last names turn co in the cuffs class. I check the convex mirror, register ding. Clerk eyes whisper no sale on sin. Beep a buzz, rel, studio at 3. 2 past fork, fast cash, a legacy. Project windows talk, shadows writing steam. Every brick keeps score of a borrowed dream. If the shortcut shines, the fine print screams. I buy back days with a quiet scheme. Elevated moan, steel bird over rusted vines. Graffiti songs, preach taxes on time. Car door coughs, open headphones, bless the route. Roads keys drip like rain in a brownstone mouth. I write 16 on a transfer ink confession. Cross out pride, underline progression. Past the dice circle, laughter too clean. Plain clothes sneakers, transcript scene. I keep moving like a witness with groceries. Every step receipts the choice I chose to be. Studio smell like dust and dream vinyl.
Engineer nods, one take, B spinal. I spill a block length, prayer and measured breath. Housing core clauses, a cousin's test. I wrap Ma's hands, count mercy thin. How we hide light bills in a cookie tin. Rail stacks verses on a thrifted drive. We own our hours, keep masters alive. Sue emails terms with perpetual clause. I send back red lines like ambulance laws. Sun tilts copper, sirens water the dust. Stacks text skulls, I mute that thrust. Miss Pearl needs flower, elevator still stuck. I haul 2 flights like I'm spotting luck. Lobby TV hums, yesterday's panic, but my pocket holds calm. Postage mechanic, I take the month together with proof and pace. A slow revolution in the rented space. Project windows talk, shadows light and steam. Every brick keeps score of a borrowed dream. If the shortcut shines, the fine print screams. I buy back days with a quiet scheme. Night air braid sirens with prayer beads. City lights shuffle like decked out needs. I read bro a stance about later pays. He asks is later real, I say we make that day. Text mom to bounce from the mix we cut. She replies 3 hearts and I knew you would. Wind flips pages, I hold the margin. Name on the lease, glows like a garden. Stairwell listens, paint chips here vows. Tomorrow's a ledger, I'm learning it now. If grit is a choir, I'm one quiet tone. Project window, pen like a home. Or the course of fracking dope pin. Or the modes of light that don't pen like a horn.
Every envelope on this block is heavy. Some got hope, some got bills, some got war. Open carefully. The mothers check with her by the mailbox, robe tied thin. Hands cracked from scrubbing 2 shifts of sin. And little from state 80, 2 and 2, 50. She folds it like origami, whispers, Lord help me. Inside a boy hide sneakers bought used. He prays his friends don't roast the holes in the shoes. But mama smooths the check like a holy decree. Keeps the lights humming weak, keeps the frigid degree. Mailbox money, paper cuts and prayers. Letters weigh heavy with a lifetime's care. Some open blessings, some open fire. Every envelope a sermon from a cold wide choir. Mailbox money, paper cuts and prayers. Letters weigh heavy with a lifetime's care. Some open blessings, some open fire. Every envelope a sermon from a cold wide choir. Jerome writes long from upstate stone. Ink smudged by hands, callous to the bone. Tell my nephew keep straight, don't chase quick bills. I traded 20 birthdays for a handful of thrills. The letter arrives, mama reads by lamp glow. Tears stain the lines, the son says, I know. He tucks it in his pocket like a charm from fate. But temptation on the corner keeps shouting late. Mailbox money, paper cuts and prayers. Letters weigh heavy with a lifetime's care. Some open blessings, some open fire. Every envelope a sermon from a cold wide choir. Mailbox money, paper cuts and prayers. Letters weigh heavy with a lifetime's care. Some open blessings, some open fire. Every envelope a sermon from a cold wide choir. Curtis gets a notice, final warning, paid now. Red ink like blood on the paper's brow. Eviction whispers loud through the thin hall walls. He folds the letter once, plans a move that mauls. That night the dice clap, he bets friend plus more. Letter burns in his pocket like a devil's score. He wins, he grins, then the sirens chase. The mailbox waits empty, another name erased. Next day Malik the quiet kid gets mail of his own. A scholarship letter with a golden tone. Mama screams joy, waves it high in the air. For once the mailbox delivered repair. The block gathers close, envy mixed with cheer. They say carry us with you, let our voices steer. Malik nods firm, letter pressed to his chest. Mailbox money finally paid the hood's test. Mailbox money, paper cuts and prayers. Letters weigh heavy with a lifetime's care. Some open blessings, some open fire. Every envelope a sermon from a cold wide choir. Mailbox money, paper cuts and prayers. Letters weigh heavy with a lifetime's care. Some open blessings, some open fire. Every envelope a sermon from a cold wide choir. Yeah. Whole way. Always let 'em make a move. Yeah. I learned to read the city by its exits and alarms. Kept a notebook in my hoodie like a bandage on my scars. This is one of those nights you only write once. Yeah, yeah.
The stairwell sweats in August, paint curls like a fist. Elevator broke again, got some fogs to miss. I passed Mrs. Diaz with the rosary on loop. She blessed me with her eyes like I'm halfway off the roof. Jamal posted by the mailbox, his hoodie to his chin, says plug came late, but we backing up the win. I nod but keep it moving, my cousin just came home. A ghost, the system borrowed, now returned without a tone. He smells like disinfectant, speaks in ration words. 7 calendars swallowed, I'm not freed and feel absurd. He asks about his daughter, I point to building B. After school, a granny still remembers you and me. He smiles like a split seam, fragile at the thread, then stares down 12 steps like they lead to what he shed. These letters in the stairwell, sweat bled, pen pressed. Every line a lifeline from a chest that won't rest. If the block is a question and tomorrow won't tell, I'll answer with a page from the stairwell. Corner store light flickers, Jesus over scratches. Bulletproof glass size, clerk learns your fractures. Keisha counts coins, eyes bruised by the rent. Her boy tugs a sleeve with the lunch money spent. A siren combs the avenue like fingers through grief. A mural peels back, wings cracking off a thief. I trace the chalk, whispers where the concrete remembers, and tuck another stanza where the mailbox trembles. My phone buzz, studio is Dre with a beat. He chopped the gospel record till the angels had heat. We meet in 4C, where the carpet soaks secrets. SP clicking time while the city keeps a sequence. I rap the new paragraph, he leans like say less. Sad snares like door knocks, bass like a debt. The room gets smaller when the truth grows large. We shoulder what the block drops and call it a charge. These letters in the stairwell, sweat bled, pen pressed. Every line a lifeline from a chest that won't rest. If the block is a question and tomorrow won't tell, I'll answer with a page from the stairwell. Midnight Jamal calls, frantic rifle slid through the lot. Someone flashed a chrome sermon, 2 choruses of shots. We run, air tastes like nickels, hearts kick out of time. Find him by the dumpsters, pain folding up his spine. He grips my sleeve, whispers, tell my I try to leave. Breath fogs like confession that the winner won't believe. I press my hoodie on the wound, dial hands turning blue. Sirens growling nearer like they finally heard the truth. Cousin shows up shaking, eyes drowning the stairs. Says if he makes it I'm done, I swear I'm done, I swear. But vows in the hallway are kites with cut strings. They live for a second then forget what wind brings. Nurses harvest minutes, we pace like faulty clocks. The waiting room is per tribe with aluminum socks. He lives, barely tubes, sing a plastic hymn. We leave with a lesson that the night won't land again. Alright, we ain't broken, we just bleeding in chapters. Turn the page gentle, let tomorrow read after. Alright, we ain't broken, we just bleeding in chapters. Turn the page gentle, let tomorrow read after. Morning cracks the scaffold, school buses exhale. A postman hums Sinatra down an asphalt scale. I slide my letter through the rail to anyone who hears. Your name is not your corner, your future, not your fears. Keisha finds a house in lead, Dre lands a small set. Cousin takes a dish job, first check ain't here. Yeah, Jamal texts a selfie with the sun on his stitches. Caption new rules, no dice, I'm fixing my switches. I'm no savior, just a witness with a meter for the ache. A carpenter of syllables, repairing what can't break. If faith is a stairwell, I'm counting every step. From the lobby of despair to the rooftop we haven't met. These letters in the stairwell, sweat bled, pen pressed. Every line a lifeline from a chest that won't rest. If the block is a question and tomorrow won't tell, I'll answer with a page from the stairwell. And another till the silence learns to spell.
The bodega clock blinks, 1:47 like a warning light. I'm the night clerk, keys on a coil, eyes on the door and the light. Yo, cat sleeps on a lotto rack, tail flicks a ghost. Newspaper ink stains my thumbs like unspoken notes. Mr. Ortiz left at midnight, Mijo count slow. Said prayers over plantains, I nodded, I know. A woman trades pennies for diapers, pride in his glasses. Bless you, in a whisper the city lets pass. 2 teens argue flavors of raps nobody needs. I bag up decisions and ring up their needs. Curtis steps in with a coat, heavy at the waist, eyes like a map alleys. You don't try to chase, he taps on the counter. Metal rhythm, low thunder, says life's a short bridge. You sprint or you wonder, this the night clerk gospel. Neon lit songs, counting change, counting sin. Steady hand, steady calm. If the city got a Bible, it's receipts and tomorrow's margins. Ink the mercy, chapters edged in sorrow. Broad chime bleeds, Mariah and Scrubs, bone sore, buy soup.
Extra limes and a breath for her core. She says my boy's trying. The world ain't a nurse, I comp her a tea. She smiles through the curse. Radio whispers old soul like a back alley choir. Steam fogs the glass outside, sirens wire. I stock the canned beans, stack milk like bricks. Build small holy towers against big city ticks. Jerome wanders in with a bit in the stare. Asks for a phone card, let silence repair. Son, he says you safe behind that plexiglass. I shrug, safety's a rumor, we let rumors pass. This the night clerk gospel, neon lit psalms. Counting change, counting sin, steady hand, steady calm. If the city got a Bible, it's receipts and tomorrow's margins inked in mercy, chapters etched in sorrows. Yeah. Clock blinks 2:33, storm chills the tiles. A shadow in a hoodie counts hours like miles. He hovers at the register, voice crack, gun glint. Empty the drawer, no heroics, no hint. My hands lift, slow as the sun rising. Doubt, heart says pray, brain says pay out. I slide 20s, 10s, quiet paper rain. He flinches at the cat, fear short circuits his brain. Door swings, little Malik in a choir hoodie soak. Yo, Mr. Y'all open, the robber's nerve chokes. Gun trembles like a note, no throat can carry. I whisper, take what you need, leave what'll bury. Jerome appears behind him, palms up, voice weathered. Son, your life weighs more than what's tethered. Hoodie turns, choice hangs, thin as a thread. Curtis steps from the big case, eyes hot, so red. Don't freeze, little man, deciding his living, choose a side from pride. Meet a soup on the counter, warm hands before fate. The gun drops like a sin that couldn't carry his weight. We breathe, we kneel, our bag bills back in place. Hoodie boy sobs hard, shame washing his face. Mariah turns, forgot her tea, reads the room. Wraps her mother arm round the boy in his gloom. Curtis slips out, thunder tucked in his coat. Jerome buys phone minutes, swallows a note. I pour 3 cups, steam like benedictions. Count the blessings, subtract the fiction. This the night clerk gospel, neon lit psalms. Counting change, counting sin, steady hand, steady calm. If the city got a Bible, it's receipts and tomorrows. Margins inked in mercy, chapters edged in sorrows.
Yeah, it's the last call. Sometimes the truth don't fit in prayers. Sometimes it only fits in static.
We ran through the alley, hoodie soaked in the storm. Heart pounding heavy, whole block been worn. Licked his lips out of breath, reached the payphone call. Coins clinked in the slot, palm shaky, truth bold.
Baby, it's me, don't hang, I got minutes at best. The job went left, everything turned to mess.
They shot first man down, now the sirens chase.
My face on a poster, cops flood the place.
Payphone cut confessions, whispered in the rain. Love on the line, tangled in the pain. If tomorrow don't come, just remember my name. Another block soldier who got lost in the game. Payphone confessions, whispered in the rain. Love on the line, tangled in the pain. If tomorrow don't come, just remember my name. Another block soldier who got lost in the game.
Baby, please come home, we can leave tonight. I don't need gold chains, I just need you in sight. The streets don't love you, they gon' eat you alive. Don't you see how many mothers barely survive?
But his voice cracked back, thunder drowning his tone. I can't leave ya, girl, the devil won't let me go home. I tried playing clean, but the hunger ran deep. Now my sins chase me down and the price ain't cheap. Every second ticks sharp, his breath caught in his chest. Tears mixed with the rain, words stuck, half confessed. That's how.
Payphone confessions, whispered in the rain. Love on the line, tangled in the pain. If tomorrow don't come, just remember my name. Another block soldier who got lost in the game.
If I don't make it, tell my son stand tall. Don't repeat my mistakes, don't answer the call. Tell him dreams live higher than these corners and walls. Tell him love lasts longer than the street when it falls. His words shook, heavy phone cord tight in his grip. Lightning split the sky, sweat mixed with the drip. He kissed the receiver like a final goodbye, then dropped it on the hook as police lights passed by.
Sometimes the last thing you say ain't enough to erase the road you chose. But maybe it can plant a seed for the next to grow.
Payphone confession, whispered in the rain. Love on the line, tangled in the pain. If tomorrow don't come, just remember my name. Another block soldier who got lost in the game. Payphone confession, whispered in the rain. Love on the line, tangled in the pain. If tomorrow don't come, just remember my name. Another block soldier who got lost in the game.
Yeah.
They sell Halo shirts on the corner, white tees with wings. Every summer, new angels stitched in vinyl heat. We borrow halos when we grieve, then try to give them back before the streets notice. Yeah, the t-shirt tape.
Oh, halos pressed to our chest. We lift the weight and pray it rests. If grief is rent, the city takes. We pay in shirts and heartache breaks. Oh, halos pressed to our chest. We lift the weight and pray it rests. If grief is rent, the city takes. We pay in shirts and heartache breaks.
Pop-up table by the mural generator, course printer hums. Tasha lays out sides and smooths creases with numb thumbs. Her brother Tay and Sharpie script forever 19. Two doves, a clock with hands stuck between. Mothers bargain with silence, eyes red but brave. Everybody's cash smells like candles and graves. I'm there to help, taping corners so wind don't steal. Watching Halo shirts flutter like they trying to heal.
Borrowed halos
Press to our chest, we lift the weight and pray it.
If grief is rent, the city takes. We pay in shirts and heartache breaks.
The last 24, Tay was in the Saints. Saints don't last past curfew. He mixed quick money with dreams of a first move. Scribble hooks in the phone, beats in his head, but the block edits verses with lead. Last 24, dice glow, jokes loud, bad red. An old rivalry blooms like a weed. He texted Tasha home soon, 3 dots froze. The night swallowed the rest of his prose. They say revenge makes Halo stick, won't fold back flat. Cause O'Dre loads the trunk, talks cold, thin as fat. Eye for eye, street math, balance the slate. But Tasha's voice slice, I already met fate. I picked out pictures, I signed release forms. You want me pick coffins twice in a storm? She set shirts on the hood like flags in a row. Each name a lighthouse, only grief can know. That's right.
Borrowed halos
Press to our chest, we lift the weight.
Weight and rest. If grief is rent, the city takes. We pay in shirts and heartache breaks. Borrowed halos
Press to our chest, we lift the weight and
pray it rests. If grief is rent, the city takes. We pay in shirts and heartache breaks.
the shooter's mother church steps, noon heat, a shadow in a veil. A woman with a bag of food and a story pale. Please, she whispers, my son's not right, he did a wrong thing. I don't sleep at night. Tasha turns to stone and trembles the sand. Sees the same blue veins on another mother's hand. She don't forgive the bullet, but she recognizes hunger. How the system nurses wolves while starving the younger. Drop location, we move at 8. Typing, deletes, types, wait. She walks to the mural, humming Tay's rough hook. Opens his voice notes, plays the last line he took. If I make it through winter, I'ma buy back June. A promise so bright, it lights the afternoon. Instead of the block where the beef might boil. She drives to the school with the cracked black soil. Talks to the dean, proposes a small studio room. Call it Tay's booth, let the kids resume. She calls the shirt guy, keep the press warm. He prints, pay it forward, beneath Tay's form. Dre shows up, jaw tight, hands hot, you done. She points at the kids lining up one by one. He hears a 16 from a shy little voice. Mom's 2 jobs, the rent no choice. Something in his shoulders loses weight. He pockets the metal, delays the hate. Just for the night he mutters, eyes on the floor. But mercy is a habit you practice before war.
Borrowed halos pressed to our chest.
We lift the weight and pray
it rests. If grief is rent, the city takes. We pay in shirts and heartache. We borrow halos pressed to our chest.
we lift the weight and pray
it rests. If grief is rent, the city takes. We pay in love till intrudes. Borrow later.
Gym lights, folding chairs, click, kids spit verses, nerves thin but thick. Tasha fronts row, shirt soft with wash. Dre works the door, scanning for loss. The shooter's mother slips in the C3, hands clasped, whispering, let him go free. A boy named Malik closes the show. If we buy back June, we keep July's glow. He hears a 16 from a shy little voice. Mom's 2 jobs, the rent no choice. Something in his shoulders loses weight. He pockets the metal, delays the hate. Just for the night, he mutters, eyes on the blow.
Halos pressed to our chest.
We lift the weight and pray
it rests. If grief is rent, the city takes.
we pay in shirts and heartache.
Borrowed halos
Pressed to our chest. We lift the weight and pray it
rests. If grief is rent, the city takes.
We pay in love till interest breaks.
Borrowed halos.
Oh, walk with me backwards, every choice I made. Every bullet I'm fired, every shade unshade. Unshade, 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 unshade. Yeah. The candlelight
vigil, 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 candlelight vigil, light vigil, light vigil, yeah. Wax climbs back to wick, flames inhale hold, tears jump the eyes, cheeks turn cold. Murals unsprayed, bricks clean their skin. Candles leap the shelves, grief steps back in. Dre's fists unclenched, night swallows a shout. Crowd dissolves into errands, not cloud, not cloud, not cloud. Backspin, let the street unsend. Roll the tape till the dawn leans in. If time had brakes on the corners we been, we park at the moment we should have said end. Gun smoke crawls the barrel, shells kiss chrome, shouts suck back the throats, feet unroam. Hoodies unmasked to jokes and fries, liquor untips back under neon skies. Darnell's chain climbs neck to a hoodie string, threats melt the laughter, phones start to ring. A siren hushes, red blue lights dim, police cars rewind to the precinct's rim. Text unsent, slide 10 p.m. Group chat empties like a clean gym. Curtis pockets a sermon instead of steel. Deacons crack him, rewrites a zeal. Mariah's warning climbs back in his ear. Baby come home becomes more than fear. He exhales gunpowder that never existed. Picks up jar flyers he'd once resisted. Backspin, spin, let the street unsend. Roll the tape till the door leans in. If time had brakes on the corners we been, we park at the moment we should have said end. Park at the moment we should have said end. Dice and roll, debts uncollect. Corner math erases interest and wreck. That first hand-to-hand floats back to supplier. Pack reseals, promise unties its wire. The kid with the cherry mic hums a tune. Malik's chorus pre-echoes June. Buy back summer, he sings not yet burned. I see exits where walls once turned. Prison mail unstamps, bars exhale names. Jerome's bid unwrites, uncounts days. He steps from a bus that he never boarded. Hugs his mother in a moment unhoarded. Past the roof's pantry, restocks from need. Tin roof goes quiet, but love plants seed. Burst the window, back spin, let the street unsend. Roll the tape till the door leans in. If time had brakes on the corners we been, we park at the moment we should have said end. Crowbar rises from floor to shelf. Apartment lock heals itself. Little girl stare turns to dreams in a book. Burglars become neighbors who help her look. We carry a dresser up 2 flights of stairs. Trade sweat for thanks, cancel low snares. Tape stops collect, now we face now. Windows in reverse, we choose how. Curtis dials a boss from a fly he saved. Darnell signs of class, his hands unenslaved. Dre cancels the meetup, sends not tonight. Malik records a hook that glows like light. Mariah sleeps 1 hour, more than fate. Jerome leads a group where restarts wait. Backspin, not magic, just was set right. Pause at the edge, trade rage for sight. If time won't reverse, we could still amend. Hit stop, then play a different end. Different end. We should have said end. Fuck at the moment we should have said end.
Yeah, check it out. Fluorescent buzz. Yo. Judge calendar flips like a deck. Name shuffle lucked in. I'm in the borrowed collar shirt, wrist free, but future pin. But future pin. Yo, holding cell dawn. Bench hard as a lesson I ducked for years. Cold metal breeds thoughts, rust tinge fears. Curtis beside me, eyes on the floor's map. Tracing old routes to the same trap. We speaking nods, words cost too much. Silence measures debt, better than touch. A kid hums a hook from the far blue door. I ain't who they say, like a ghost on the floor. Wake up at arraignment, dream on trial. Truth wears cuffs, lies wear smile. If mercy's a bond, you post in your chest. Pay it in change, then walk your best. Wake up at arraignment, dream on trial. Truth wears cuffs, lies wear smile. If mercy's a bond, you post in your chest. Pay it in change, then walk your best. The hallway parade, they chain us like commas in a sentence too long. Public defenders juggle files, sprinting songs. Mariah peers, eyes fierce, scrub top creeks. Hands me a photo, me a 3 cake piece. Remember your name, she says, voice low. not the one they wrote on the charge sheet, no. Jerome nods from a bench suit, thrift store neat. Tell the truth clean, let the lies retreat. People feed me, the clerk sings dry. The room smells like paper and formalized size. DA paints me a villain in 11 neat strokes. Defense redraws me with broke boy jokes. Judge stares scripted, eyebrows like gates. The calendar eats men at assembly line rates. I speak, your honor, the night was loud and wrong, but I laid my hands on nothing that long. Wake up out of raiment, dream on trial. Truth wears cuffs, lies wear smile. If mercy's a bond you post in your chest, pay it in change, then walk your best. Wake up at arraignment, dream on trial. Truth wears cuffs, lies wear smile. If mercy's a bond you post in your chest, pay it in change, then walk your best. Yo, letters of the block past the roof, mailed a letter, 10 roof seals. Seen them stock pantries when hunger got real. Mr. King wrote neat, kept register square. Returned the lost wallet, cash still there. Malik's verses printed, stanza like light. Save my demo night, walk me home right. Even the night clerk scrawled in blue pen, counted out change for men who had none. Yo, judge removed glasses, time hangs by a thread. Gavel is a hammer that forges or shreds. He reads like a metronome, neutral rain, all curfew program. Next date set maintained. Yo, hallway exhale, shoes scrape towel. Mariah grips my knuckles, prayers unspelled. Curtis walks out tight, jaw full of war. I ain't lucky twice, he mutters at the door. I stop by the bulletin, job in wet. Words brighter than neon in my head. Jerome past my shoulder, this the reroute. Don't prove the word story, write the new bout. Wake up at arraignment, dream on trial. Truth wears cuffs, lies wear smile. If mercy's a bond you post in your chest, pay it in change, then walk your best. Wake up at arraignment, dream on trial. Truth wears cuffs, lies wear smile. If mercy's a bond you post in your chest, pay it in change, then walk your best. Yeah.
Every project hallway got echoes. Every stoop, every roof holds a memory. This one's about a son, a mother, and a man who already walked that road. Listen.
Yeah. Listen, the hustlers rise 16, dreams bigger than his pockets. Sneakers lean left, but his hunger never stopped it. Always smell of bleach mixed with smoke and despair. Graffiti tag scripture, crack paint on the stairs. Watch dice games lit, older cats flashing fat knots. One slipped him a pack, said, little man, you want shots? Flip it in an hour, you gon' eat tonight. His palms shook heavy, but the rush felt right. By 18 he glowed, leather jacket in the summer. But shadows whispered envy, jealousy's always coming. This the street film, 3 lives, 1 fate. Choices in the moment, still tomorrow's way. From the benches to the rooftop, pain don't stop. Different face, same struggle, same blind, same blind. This the street film, 3 lives, 1 fate. Choices in the moment, still tomorrow's way. From the benches to the rooftop, pain don't stop. Different face, same struggle, same blind, same blind. Mariah's drag her feet through a double shift haze. Badge on her chest, nurse scrub stained with days. Open the door slow, saw money on the floor, pistol gleaming cold light. Her son wanting more, baby please listen. I can't bury my seed, this block don't love us, it just feeds on your knee. You think it's survival, but it's quicksand ground. Every dollar that you stack, pull your soul further down. But Donnell turned cold, voice flat, eyes black. Ma, this ain't forever, I'ma flip and bounce back. This the street film, 3 lives, 1 fate. Choices in the moment, seal tomorrow's way. From the benches to the rooftop, pain don't stop. Different face, same struggle, same blind, same blind. This the street film, 3 lives, 1 fate. Choices in the moment, seal tomorrow's way. From the benches to the rooftop, pain don't stop. Different face, same struggle, same blind, same blind. Jerome upstairs, prison scars on his soul. 7 years upstate, 30 winters turned cold. He watched Darnell hustle, saw himself in the kids. Same hunger, same mistakes, same dirt that he did. Little man, slow down, don't follow that trail. I seen chains lock lives, watch whole dreams fail. Don't trust fast money, don't chase false fame. When the feds come knocking, they don't call your name. But Darnell just smirked, brushed them off with pride. Times different now, old head, step aside. This the street film, game lit. Friday night on the strip, Darnell posted deep. Whole crew making flips, laugh to crack loud, liquor bottles in hand. Run that chain, shorty. Faces masked, eyes red. He reached for his waist. Fellas, blood spread. Mariah ran out, screen cutting through smoke. Jerome pushed through the crowd, heart heavy, knit broke. He whispered low, tears caught in his throat. Told you, little man, this the path I spoke. Now murals spray his name with angel wings wide. Mariah lights incense, can't stop how she cried. Jerome walks past, guilt heavy in his chest. Sees his past in the wall, another cycle compressed. A poet on the stoop scribbles lines in his book, trying to break the chain with the seas that he shook. But the block don't rest, new shorties replaced. Same dice, same guns, same high-speed chase. Just the street film, 3 live, 1 fate. Choices in the moment, still the marbles wait. From the benches to the rooftops, pain don't stop. Different face, same struggle, same vibe, same vibe. This the street film, 3 live, 1 fate. Choices in the moment, still the marbles wet. From the benches to the rooftops, pain don't stop. Different face, same struggle, same block. Yeah, the block remember names like scriptures and bricks. Another story ends, but the cycle still spins. Queensbridge, Bed-Stuy, Shot Compton, Southside. Different faces, same corners. Different faces, same struggle.
Yeah. Stairs ran, nigga. The chain ran, nigga. The chain rude, nigga.
Brownstone church with a roof like a snare. Rain tutors rhythm while the block says prayers. On Tuesdays, the fellowship hall turns court in school. Suit, clean socks, job leads a bar of rules. She's 5'5" with a ledger of names. Keep receipts of miracles and unpaid claims. Testimony time, she says, tapping the mic. Tell the rain your truth till your skeletons hike. Kids draw skylines with broken blue crayons. Elder swap recipes for not giving up dawns.
Under 10 roof parables, thunder writes the beat. We trade our little lows and split the bigger grief. If faith is just a verb, let it walk these streets. 10 roof parables, keep time for our feet. Under 10 roof parables, thunder writes the beat. We trade our little lows and split the bigger grief. If faith is just a verb, let it walk these streets. 10 roof parables, keep time for our feet.
Brother Len wears a belt of keys like bells. Each one opens a story he rarely tells. He found a duffel once, cash, chrome, mask. Locked it in the closet, faced the heaviest task. He sat with a boy who came back shaking. Said choose who you are, not what you're taking. Turned the bag in, kept the kid's name off. Save one future with a mopped up cough. The storm breaks a secret, roof pops, leak blooms. Over table 6, a woman named Joy catches drops and cups quick. She laughs, skies crying with us, no shame. And tells how she slept on the 3 train to tame her life into hours that didn't bite back. Got clean, got steady, learned balance from lack. Miracles ain't loud, she says with a grin. They whisper, pay forward when you finally win.
Under 10 roof parables, thunder writes the beat. We trade our little loaves and split the bigger grief. If faith is just a verb, let it walk these streets. 10 roof parables, keep time for our feet. Under 10 roof parables, thunder writes the beat. We trade our little loaves and split the bigger grief. If faith is just a verb, let it walk these streets. 10 roof parables, keep time for our feet.
The young defendant, then Dre stomps and soaked to the bone. Probation papers folded, pride sharp as stone. Says I'm tired of being measured by the worst I did. I'm more than one night, I couldn't hold my lid. Past the roof nods, quarter tin and bread. We'll judge you by the next 1,000 steps instead. She hands him a cart with canned goods, bleach. Push disgrace down, blocks your anger can't reach. The choir with no notes, no organ today, just palms and rain. A choir of amateurs braid in pain. A leak leads a hook he wrote in school. If the roof leaks love, let the floor be a pool. Voices crack fearless, children on chairs. Neighbors sway with grocery store prayers. A man puts a Metro card in a bowl. A woman drops bus tokens. 2 rolls, Joy adds a note. Call me if the night starts loud. Brother Len adds keys, 1 spare for the crowd. Community room's yours when the heat gets mean. Lock up when done, leave it clean. Leave it clean.
Under 10 roof parables, thunder writes the beat. We trade our little loaves and split the bigger grief. If faith is just a verb, let it walk these streets. 10 roof parables, street time for our feet. Under 10 roof parables, thunder writes the beat. We trade our little loaves and split the bigger grief. If faith is just a verb, let it walk these streets. 10 roof parables, keep time for our feet.
Community room's yours when the heat gets mean. Lock up when done,
leave it clean. Leave it clean. Leave it clean.
The knock at the side door, police knock, gentle cat, brim wet, noise complaint, past the smiles almost set. Officer hears the rain, keep time with the clap, glances at the pantry, the playpen nap, he nods, carry on, peeks back at the squad, sometimes mercies, just a tired man's nod. Just a tired man's nod. Just a tired man's nod. Just a tired man's nod.
Every locked door in the project's got an open window. Question is, which way you climb? Yeah. It's 2 a.m., hallway light flickers like a nervous pulse. Curtis with a crowbar, Donnell with a car full of dust. They ain't burglars by trade, just broke past due. Rent slips stacked like warrants, what else they gon' do? Window latch weak on apartment 2C, they slipping like shadows. Whisper sharp, guilty, fridge hums loud, TV glow blue. Little girl on the couch clutches a stuffed shoe. Curtis freezes, yo, I know this crib. Darnell whispers, quick grab the stash, don't fib. But the girl stirs, eyes wide, no scream, just stare. Like she seen the whole block sins float in the air. Broken locks and open windows, choices let us in. Every shortcut's a sermon, every sin got kin. If survival is a ladder, rungs cut skin. Climb careful or fall where the night's too thin. Broken locks and open windows, choices let us in. Curtis pockets bread, canned beans, loose bills. But that stare from the girl gives his chest cold chills. He remembers his sister, same braid, same toy. Before forced her home, scattered the joy. He mutters, yo, let's bounce, forget the safe. Darnell growls, man, we starve if we play it safe. Sirens in distance, thunder in the pipes. The city eavesdrops with fluorescent stripes. Curtis drops the crowbar, steps back slow. Says I'm done with the script, let the story go. Darnell cusses, grabs what he can with haste. Curtis stays frozen, shame carved in his face. Yeah, broken locks and open windows, choices let us in. Every shortcut's a sermon, every sin got kin. If survival is a ladder, rungs cut skin. Climb careful or fall where the night's too thin. Broken locks and open windows, choices let us in. Morning news, attempted burglary, suspects fled. Mariah shakes her head while she butters old bread. Her son Malik says, that's next door, mom. She sighs, the block eats itself raw. Darnell brags later, score 50 and change. Curtis walks alone, feels his soul rearranged. He sees the girl staring every passing car, like a ghost on the glass, trailing him afar. Weeks later, Curtis takes a job at the lot. Sweeps floors, parks cars, better peace than rot. Darnell gets caught, 6 months small time. Window closed on his grind, rhyme with no shine. Yeah, reflection writes in a notebook after shifts at dawn. Locks break easy, but the guilt lives on. If the block raises wolves, some can't unlearn. Trade crowbars for pens, let the ink return. The little girl next door grows strong, sings clear. Her lullabies cut through the project's fear. Curtis hears a voice, a note pure thin. A reminder, don't crawl through windows, build doors. Broken locks and open windows, choices let us in. Every shortcut's a sermon, every sin got kin. If survival is a ladder, rungs cut skin. Climb careful or fall where the night's too thin. Or broken locks and open windows, choices let us in. Every shortcut's a sermon, every sin got kin. If survival is a ladder, rungs cut skin. Climb careful or fall where the night's too thin. Broken locks and open windows.
The block calls it earning, the city calls it crime. Mama calls it baby, don't let hunger choose your mind. I call it the tax, every street collects. And sweat and years and names the mural protects. Y'all sure? Yeah. My route is Aquarius, map, brown boxes, buzzes, codes, elevators that groan like old men with heavy loads. Package one, ain't these, get home, third floor noon. I sign and leave lilies that ain't mine, borrow bloom. Package sold, bodega on fifth, crack lotto light. Own accounts change like rosary beads at night. A kid I know, Ray, pockets honey buns with a grin. The clerk pretends not to see, chalks to the wind. Package 3, Southside Academy, metal detectors click. Principal says, tell your nephew we can make it if he sticks. I nod like I believe schools hold the glue, while the halls cough chalk dust and dreams pull through. South, high tax, everything costs something. Even there, got a meter and the sidewalks humming. Pay with time or blood or luck you lack, but nobody walks free. Every soul keeps track. At 4, I hit Riverside Towers, Jerome on the stoop. Fresh home, eyes heavy with a Bidzo suit. He asks for a light, I hand him a match. He says depth ain't money, sometimes it's a patch on your heart with lovely. Patch it to drown, he laughs like a cough and watches the sun go down. Phone buzzes, phone cousin needs rent. rent, I front him my tip. He says he'll pay Friday, Friday's a myth. I cut through the park, chessboard, slow talk. Elders move bishops like newsprint hawks. Package 4, Blue Brick Studios, basement booth. A kid named Nia raps, the sense is the truth. Mom's 2 jobs, dad's 2 blocks, I'm 2 halves. She spits, the engineer nods, the red light knits. Album down with outside tax. Everything costs something, even hope got a price tag. Tucked under the drum skin, paid with sweat, with breath you can't get back. But nobody walks free, every soul keeps track. Dust outside tax. Everything costs something, even hope got a price tag. Tucked under the drum skin, paid with sweat, with breath you can't get back. But nobody walks free, every soul keeps track. Dust last run, Camden and 12 crack stoop. I see Ray from the bodega join a rowdy group. They circle a man with a tote, off-brand phones. Hustle dress legal, selling dreams as loans. Ray palms a knife like a secret he hates. I cut the distance, shorty, there's other gates. He smirks, other gates locked, this one swings. I remember the days I chose that ring. The tote man pleads, I got a daughter home. Ray's eyes are a drought, mercy won't foam. He lunges and freezes at the patrol car glare. Knife clad as his chest fills with panic air. I step in, he's a kid. Hands up, voice raw. Officer scans the scene, shrugs at the law. Writes statements, he says, bored with the play. We all act as rent and pain by the day. At the precinct, Ray's mama rides with a storm. Her sobs wash the tire like rain in warm form. She grips my sleeve, say my boy from the math. I sign my name true, redraw the path. Weeks later, Ray's on probation. Sweeping glass, learning that some debts ask you to pass. On pride, on fire, on friends who egg crimes. He texts me, I owe you, I'll pay in time. Cuzzo pays Friday, shock of the year. He slides me double laps, I ain't disappear. Jerome finds a job at the car wash by spring. Says the sun on wet paint feels like a hymn. Mia drops a single, tax of the south. Her voice climbs ladders, pulls futures from drought. I ride my route lighter, boxes the same weight, but the straps don't bite as hard at the gate. Southside tax, everything costs something, but love makes coupons, no systems crunching. Pay with grace, with time you give back. That's the only discount the city won't tax. Southside tax, Southside tax, Southside tax.
Every hood got its own hymnal, ours was sung off key by broken men with gravel voices, harmony from pain. Young Sunday morning, but the block don't wear ties. Liquor store open early, preacher walking by. Deacon James on the corner, voice rough from gin. Still hums Amazing Grace through a cracked tooth grin. Kids call him crazy, but they follow the hum. A choir in the alley with a beat on the drum. Milk crates for pews, gospel in graffiti script. Scripture spray painted in Krylon drip. The gravel choir, singing off key blues. Notes been crooked, but the pain is true. From the gutter to the heaven, voices climb through fire. Streets got their own hymnal, call it the gravel choir. The gravel choir, singing off key blues. Notes been crooked, but the pain is true. From the gutter to the heaven, voices climb through fire. Streets got their own hymnal, call it the gravel choir. The hustler back, hoodie low, eyes glass. Pocket full of singles from dice games past. He listens confused, why his chest feel warm. When the deacons crack him cuts against the norm. He remembers his father's voice, deep baritone. Before prison bars caged it in the dial tone. Mama cried verses at night with no book, just prayer stitched raw with a tear-soaked look. Now this alley got echoes like the secret alive. He wonders if redemption could help him survive. We the gravel choir, singing off key blue. Notes been crooked, but the pain is true. From the gutter to the heaven, voices climb through fire. Streets got their own hymnal, call it the gravel choir. The gravel choir, singing off key blue. Notes been crooked, but the pain is true. From the gutter to the heaven, voices climb through fire. Streets got their own hymnal, call it the gravel choir. Curtis storms in, fresh off of beef, gone left. Gun still hot, so heavy with theft. He sneers at the choir. Y'all singing for what? Ain't no heaven in the project, just door slam shut. But the deacon don't flinch, just hums one note. A low crack sound like a storm in his throat. Curtis feels strange, like the pistol turned lead. Like the hymn soaked the fire that was burning his head. He drops to the curb, palms pressing his face. The choir sings louder, each voice finds its place. Police roll past, but don't slow for the song. They hear nothing holy where the broken belong. But the block keeps singing, rough voices in sync. A gravel floor chorus on redemption's brink. Years later, Darnellson holds the mic at a wake. Sings the same crack hymn with a voice that shakes. Curtis in the crowd, clean suit, eyes wet. Says that gravel choir saved my soul from death. The gravel
gravel choir, singing off-key blues. Nose bent crooked, but the pain is true. From the gutter to the heaven, voices climb through fire. Streets got their own hymn, they'll call it the gravel choir. The gravel choir, singing off-key blues. Nose bent crooked, but the pain is true. From the gutter to the heaven, voices climb through fire. Streets got their own hymn, they'll call it the gravel choir.
I write letters from a fire escape, ink to the dark, feet on iron ribs, city below like a nervous heart. To my brother, upstate. The block still hums, bro, louder than ever. Corner store gospel, bus stop, lectures, whatever. Your mural got candles, but also kids learning rhyme. They cipher by your halo at dinner time. Mom keeps your room neat, vacuum line soldier straight. She prays like a locksmith at the wrong gate. I ain't touched a hand-to-hand since your chain hit dirt, but temptation slick talks whenever pockets hurt. These fire escape epistles, rust red confessions, paper boats tossed in a storm of lessons. From brick to sky, I mail my soul. Open door returns, what night stole. These fire escape epistles, rust red confessions, paper boats tossed in the storm of lessons. From brick to sky, I mail my soul. Open dawn returns, what night stole. To my younger self, shorty with the backpack, listen between kicks. Every shortcut's toll is collected in bricks. The dice don't care, you gifted with verbs. Gravity tax applies to all curbs. When love shows up in the plastic bag meal, say thanks, eat slow, let gratitude heal. If a gun feels heavy and the friend's elastic, walk home alone, safety's not drastic. The girl I couldn't save, you sang a stairwell reverb, gold hoops, chip gloss, mapped exit plans on receipts, counted every cost. You called at 2 a.m., said the room felt small. I ran with tired lungs, but you outrun it all. Now the train screeches your name and break dust hymns. I trace it in steam on the windows rims. If heaven got rooftops with unlocked doors, I'll meet you there where the skyline pours. How these fire escape epistles, rust red confessions, paper boats tossed in the storm of lessons. From brick to sky, I mail my soul. Hope and dawn returns, what night stole. All these fire escape epistles, rust red confessions, paper boats tossed in the storm of lessons. From brick to sky, I mail my soul. Hope and dawn returns, what nights fall. To my city, I love you like a bruise. I press to test pain like a thrift store suit in a thunderstorm rain. You taxing tickets, tow trucks, rent hikes, fines, but you paying sunsets on telephone lines. I seen bench prophets, deli saints, train car choirs. Kids juggle futures over live wires. If I sound bitter, forgive the salt. You're a lock safe, my rhyme picks the vault. Below a siren wails, above a plane hums thin. A neighbor orders basil in a coffee tin. Jerome limbs by nods up, write one for me. I fold a fresh page, legacy ain't custody. These fire escape epistles, rust red confessions, paper boats tossed in a storm of lessons. From brick to sky, I mail my soul. Hope and dawn returns, what night stole. These fire escape epistles, rust red confessions, paper boats tossed in a storm of lessons. From brick to sky, I mail my soul. Hope and dawn returns, what night stole. These fire escape epistles.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's all the niggas doing all this shit off of this. Flaxing and Badger, the King's loans and music, crack, neon, bar glass. I swept the salt from the floor every dawn, breath fog in the past. My aunt said I sang once, Sunday solo that shook the pews. Now I price broken Stratocasters and count the blues. Morning regulars line up, veterans, night shift ghosts. Mothers with rings off fingers, fathers pawning coats. I label each sorrow with stickers, $29.99. Hold the fry, kid presses his face to the window, eyes on a cherry red mic. Curtis slides in late, my day one laugh like a loose tambourine. Says bro, the world ain't giving us nothing, we taking what's in between. He means the register, means the safe, means the quiet after close, means the gun in his duffel. Black metal cold as the winter road. I watch our boss Mr. King polish a pawn trumpet, muting the bell like a mouth holding back a sonnet. He tells me every tag is a life. Pause, don't lay away, be gentle with the broken. We all come back to pay. The fluorescent halos, the poor by time. Trading yesterday's hearts for tomorrow's dimes. If grace is a ticket, I'm stuck in the road, counting receipts while the cold winds blow. Under fluorescent halos, the poor by time. Trading yesterday's hearts for tomorrow's dimes. If grace is a ticket, I'm stuck in the road,
Counting receipts while the cold winds blow. Lunch rush, a mailman hawks his watch to fix a flat. A dancer swaps a gold anklet for a winter coat, mad black. A preacher buys the trumpet for a choir kid's dream. Says music's a door when you're stuck in a seam. Curtis taps the counter tonight. My stomach knots, he sketches the plan on the pawn ticket. Arrows, dots, quick in, quick out, mask on, no nerves. I hear choir echoes and vents, notes bending like birds. After hours I lock great teeth in my boot print. Street lights smear the snow in the copper green hints. I pocket the cherry mic tag, hope for Malik. That kid from the glass, his voice could split the bleak. Under fluorescent halos, the poor by time, trading yesterday's hearts for tomorrow's dimes. If grace is a ticket, I'm stuck in the road, counting receipts while the cold winds blow. Under fluorescent halos, the poor by time, trading yesterday's hearts for tomorrow's dimes. If grace is a ticket, I'm stuck in the road, counting receipts while the cold winds blow. Night breaks like a bottle, Curtis texts now. My hand shakes, arm thin, sweat beads my brow. He meets me by the alley, breath cuts the air in strips, bro. Focus in and out, no slips. We slip through the back, my key, my sin. The safe hums like a beast with bills for skin. Mr. King steps from the dark with a rag and a cough. You boys don't need this, turn the hunger off. Curtis raises the pistol, time shatters like glass. I step between them, whisper, please let this pass. Memories flood my aunt's hand, God in my throat. That trumpet's glow, the choir's long, held notes. Sirens a block away, blue, bending the snow. I tell Curtis, leave the safe, we can still go. He lowers a breath, then lifts the barrel higher. Fear writes crooked sermons in the wire. Mr. King says, take the cash drawer, leave the rest. Curtis snarls, pity don't feed a man's chest. I grab the cherry mic and hold it to my heart. Broke, remember your first rhyme in the park? Start over, walk out clean. We ain't thieves, just lost. He blinks, the gun dips, he counts the cost. We back in the night, empty-handed alive. Sirens pass like comets, the city survives. Next morning the kid Malik bursts in with a grin. I slide him the mic, say sing, let the light in. He sings so soft, the steel grates loosen. Snow at the curb, melts early, choosing. Curtis storms later, eyes red with blame. Walked away from a miracle, you killed the game. I tell him miracles ain't cash, that exits with names. He spits on the floor, leaves footprints like flames. Weeks fold, Curtis robs a corner and catches a case. I bring him song on visiting days through glass and space. Mr. King nods, mercy is credit, extended past due. He keeps the trumpet shining like a sun breaking through. Fire, fluorescent halos, the poor by time, trading yesterday's hearts for tomorrow's dimes. If grace is a ticket, we punched all slow. Kept a song, lost the money, found a road. Little fluorescent halos, the poor by time, trading yesterday's hearts for tomorrow's dimes. If grace is a ticket, we punched all slow. Kept a song, lost the money, found a road. Yeah, found a road. The bell over the door, a note from the trumpet, hanging like the throwing ice.